He was no longer the playful son who once laughed under the mango tree with his father, mother, and siblings. He was no longer the boy who chased fireflies with innocence in his eyes. That boy had burned in the flames with his family. What remained now was a vessel of vengeance, silent, hollow, and unyielding. The village still smoked, its ashes rising like spirits of the dead, whispering sorrow into the wind. Chinedu walked among the ruins barefoot, his body trembling, not from fear, but from a storm brewing within him. His father's broken staff lay in the dust, splintered like the life that had been stolen. Chinedu picked it up, clutching it tightly against his chest. He collapsed to his knees, tears running freely down his face, dripping onto the blackened earth. He pressed his forehead into the soil where his family had fallen, his voice shaking as he whispered, "I swear, I will not rest until they pay." But vengeance, he realized, was heavier than grief. He was only a boy. What could he do against men armed with rifles and hardened by blood? His chest rose and fell in confusion. His mind screamed with questions, yet offered no answers. He felt like a shadow lost in the dark, powerless and broken. And then, a memory stirred. His father, Obinna, once a militant before he turned to farming, seeking peace over violence. Chinedu had been small, no older than 7, when he accidentally stumbled on a hidden place inside their compound. His father had caught him there, eyes sharp, but voice calm. "What you see here, my son, is not for you. These are weapons of war. I laid them to rest because I chose life." That memory came rushing back like a spark in darkness. The secret, the hidden place. Chinedu's eyes widened. He rose, wiping his tears, his hands steady now. He ran behind the collapsed hut to the spot his father once guarded fiercely. He dropped to his knees, digging through the earth with desperate fingers until his hand struck metal. Slowly, he unearthed a long, wrapped package, heavy with the weight of destruction. He unwrapped it, and there it was, the Barrett M82, a weapon that looked less like a gun, more like a beast forged for war. Its dark steel gleamed faintly in the firelight. Chinedu's breath caught in his throat. He held it with both hands, his arms straining at its weight, yet his grip was unshakable. A thought cut through him like a blade. Why didn't father use this? Why did he fight with only a staff? The answer struck painfully clear. Everything had happened suddenly, too sudden. His father had chosen peace for too long, leaving the monster buried, hoping never to touch it again. And in that hesitation, the mercenaries struck. But Chinedu was not his father. He had no hesitation left, only rage. Night after night, he tracked the men who had destroyed his world. His youthful face, once soft with innocence, hardened into something unrecognizable. His almond-shaped eyes, once filled with laughter, now burned with cold fury. The first one fell silently, unaware of the shadow in the trees. One pull of the trigger, and the thunderous roar of the Barrett M82 split the night. The mercenary's body was hurled backward, lifeless. One by one, they fell. Chinedu became a phantom of the night. Every echo of the rifle was a dirge for his family, every mercenary's death a verse in his song of vengeance. He moved like smoke, unseen until it was too late. Fear spread among them. The hunters had become the hunted. The leader, the scarred man with a cruel smile, was the last. He sat by a fire in a clearing, surrounded by silence. When the shot rang out, it pierced more than his flesh. It shattered the empire of terror he had built. His body crumpled, and the firelight swallowed his final breath. Chinedu lowered the rifle slowly. His chest heaved, not with relief, but with emptiness. The vengeance was complete. The men who had slaughtered his father, his mother, his brother, and his sister, all gone. But vengeance did not heal, it only consumed. But his eyes remained unblinking, staring into the horizon,